he left to work in the city. Why not? But anyway, because my father said so, I was on the road near my house. All of a sudden, there was a blinding flash. And then with the flash and then blast attacked at the same time, I couldn't stand, I couldn't bleed. And the soot, sand, pieces of debris attacked on me, and I was hit on the ground and became unconscious. When I came to myself, everywhere was just dark. I wondered, why? It's already night. Why? I thought. In the darkness, there was no sound, being strange tranquility. All of a sudden, I heard somebody was crying. That my little brothers cried. So I thought, I was about to go to, so I could understand this is the way to my house. And by, scarcely I could see around. And then, all of a sudden, near my house, the house started to burn. I was surprised. By flash, instantly start to burn. And then, as you see yellow part, that immediately after the bombing, city was completely crushed down, demolished like that. First it happened. So 5 minutes after that, if you see, one of my close friends, so 5 minutes after the bombing, go around the city there, and then several minutes later, or 10 minutes, 20 minutes, fire started. That means a certain time people were caught under the debris. Some of the people were like that. Because fire didn't reach the place immediately, many survivors until the last moment tried to help people who were trapped under the breakdown houses. That means many survivors cannot forget the last cry that the children said, "Mom, it aches. Mom, help me." Yeah, hearing that. And everybody tried to pull out those, their family members and friends. But it was so difficult. Many people asked for cry. Of course, not only those situations, but also instantly individual people caught the fire. Some of the refugees, some of the people, and their shirt was the burning, but the running away, it happened. People and had burned, of course. Instantly, so many people died. But after a certain time, whole the city was covered with flame. That time, wind blew from the southern part to the north part. You see, the flame was going up. And then that night, all night, I heard Hiroshima. I saw that the Hiroshima city was burning all night. But anyway, when I returned home, and my house was partially broken, even so many 2.4 kilometers away. And then I could scarcely see my house. My house was broken. And then, to my surprise, what I noticed was hundreds of thousands of shared pieces of glass penetrated on the wall everywhere, because my father was proud of many sliding glass doors. And then my father, he was so lucky, he was just between widely open glass doors. Thousands of shared glasses, pieces of glass penetrated on the wall, beams and the floor, but he was okay. Moreover, in front of him, there was a big pine tree. The other side of pine tree, the bark was burned. He was okay. But I saw my little brother and the sister were bleeding from head and so, but not so serious. On the other hand, and my brother, what he did, he was the other side of this hill, and this is JR stage, he was working. we are so lucky because until the 50th, he was working as one of the mobilized students breaking down houses. City wanted to have a big fire break. Citizens and the students were working there. And then he was looking at B-29 airplane, he could see. All the students knew the sound. I knew. Everybody said, students said, he was in the potato field, taking care of potato. Oh, that's B-29, Mama. He was looking up. That moment, a tiny, tiny black dot was released from the airplane. Unbelievable thing. He was a witness at the bomb before it exploded. He was gazing at that black dot, but all of a sudden, the airplane turned back this way, and he turned back. That moment, that black dot exploded in the air, and by enormous power, he was hit on the ground, like me, everybody. When he came to himself, he found so many, all of the students badly wounded, and some of the students, that was a hot day and took off clothes. Everywhere about his body, he had a severe burn. And as soon as after that, and that was very close to Hiroshima Station, people rushed to Hiroshima Station, to the station, and he saw many sufferers are coming to Hiroshima Station area. Then he saw most of the people had burned and skin was peeling off and hanging down, and like ghosts spread. Why people spread, put their legs apart? It's because after their skin peeling off and the wet flesh, appears, and all the wet and the bleeding so badly, so they couldn't do, and the hanging and the skin, they were coming. He was astonished, and he instantly could understand. And as far as he could see, all the Hiroshima city was destroyed. Then what he did, he, after seeing the people there and here, there was no way to go back this way. So he climbed up the hill. Maybe this hill you see in front of Shinkansen side, JR station, and then going back this way to my house. But from the hill, he saw a big, like ice cream, like white big cloud was coming out. Then, on the other hand, the other side of the hill, we were crazy, neighbors are crazy, because we thought our area was the target. And my brother was coming back and shouting, "Mom, Mom," and my mother's, "Oh, you are lucky, lucky boy, we had a bomb." My mother shouted. But my brother told us, no, whole the city is destroyed. It's in flame. We couldn't believe it. Can you believe that? Because to destroy whole city, we must have 100 bombs. But which airplane? What airplane dropped the bomb? To drop 100 bombs, they need 100 airplanes. We saw only a single airplane, And my brother see that. My brother told me there was only one bomb. I saw that. And then destroy whole city. And then after hearing my brother's story, I wanted to see. I want to certify whole the city. Near my house, there was a shrine, and then shrine and temples and other places are nominated as a first aid station. So people were coming that time. When I stepped out, there was a long line of the people coming to my area. They were like ghosts, and they squatting line, but there was no and doctors, of course. And in vain, they died. And the following day, the next day, I saw the city was completely destroyed. Imagine, the site was like just after tsunami, you know, Tohoku, north region of Japan, like that. But there is one difference, that the area, there were so many lines of cremation, smoke were coming out by the riverside, and so people entered the city and they tried to cremate. That's the first one. And then, in front of my house, there were a road of the people, wounded people, and that they burned. The hair was so dreadful, and I saw, and peeling off skins, and they shrunk, and they tattered like clothes, and everybody were asking for, give me water, you know, except the water, and this word that nobody said so. And then in my house, so full of wounded people. And the father was so tired, every day going to cremate the people. But the one thing I want to say, seemingly I do not have scars, but I have a trauma that, you know, I gave water because somebody says, my uncle said, give me water. As soon as hearing that the water, mizu, people, just quiet people, started to say, like chorus, mizu, 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 everywhere. And I ran back to my house and got the water from the well and gave. And all of a sudden, couple of the victims, I should say, after drinking, as soon as drinking water, they died. I was shocked. I thought, is there any poison in my water? I thought, but actually it happened. Some were safe, but some were not. And then people were educated. I did not know that people were educated. You shouldn't give water to dehydrated people or wounded people. They were told repeatedly. My brother and the sister knew that. Father said, you know that? Well, I kept silent. And I said, no, I didn't do such a thing, because I was just 8